I truly believe that the biggest mistake that clubs make, and you could be a country club, a tennis center, tennis club, maybe you got a tennis academy, swim and athletic club. Here's the biggest mistake that all of these clubs make, all of them. And I'm going to give you a stat that's going to blow your mind in a little bit. So the one mistake that they make, and I'm also going to tell you how that mistake evolves. So the biggest mistake is not understanding how your Facebook can connect with your website. Okay, most people think I'm going to go and just start posting on Facebook, and I'm going to have my website. So if if you're an owner of a country club, if you're a GM, maybe you're in charge of marketing, if you're a membership director, look, stick around because this information's for you. Okay. All right, so this is why it's such a big thing. This is why clubs mess this up all the time. You got a Facebook and you have your website. You cannot treat the Facebook. You cannot treat Facebook by itself, and you can't treat your website by itself. You can't do that. Okay. Now this is just such a huge opportunity for people to understand that Facebook and your website, they need to be connected. Okay. Now I'm not saying that there's some like weird way and it's just like a plug and play kind of deal with your social platforms and your website. I'm not saying that, hey, on your website you got to have all those little Facebook widgets at the bottom of your Facebook and your Instagram, all those little links and the little icons so they can go. That's not what I'm talking about. Okay. I'm talking about understanding how those two connect and how you can create leads from each source that goes into one. That's what I'm talking about, okay? How to drive more people from Facebook to your website, okay? How to go from your website to your Facebook but still get the same result, all right? So I'm going to just kind of show you really quick. Facebook, your website, all right? People are treating them differently, so this is how they work, all right? They're treating them in like two different columns, right? This is how they're doing it. Now, what I do and what TCMA does, what our team does is what we do, we help connect these two, okay? So now instead of going down here, you're now going like this, okay? You're bringing them together and everything's falling under one column. That's the mistake, okay? The mistake is having two columns. You need to have the idea of bringing it into one. So if you're struggling with membership, and this is exactly how this evolves is, you've got a membership director or a GM, or I would say really more your membership directors or your GMs, even your tennis director to an extent. Okay, you're a director of a club or a membership director, and if you're a membership director, I think that's the hardest job. Period. Honestly, it's insane. I've done that before, and wow. It's not at all a place that even I look back now. That's got to be the hardest position in the club. Your job is to get people to come in. Okay, that's your job. And if you don't do that, you get fired. Okay, you get fired for doing that, for not doing that. Even GMs. I mean, GMs. I feel like GMs really they are they're the people that you go and you really you want. If you're a member at the club, and every GM goes through this. They get into these altercations or people are upset. They go to the GM. Again, membership director. That's the seller. You're the seller. So those two people. If you're a director of a club or if you're a membership director, this is for you here. So, and kudos to your membership directors out there because I still believe that membership director is a lot more difficult to do than being a GM. But anyway. So you got these two entities, okay, and this is how it evolves. If they don't connect, if you don't understand how to connect them, then it evolves to this problem, all right? And the problem is we're not getting enough members. Maybe your tennis program, my 10 and under tennis program is failing. My golf membership's down. My tennis membership's down. This is down. All this stuff's happening, and we don't have any leads, okay? Screw up number one. Got to have leads when this problem happens. This problem is inevitable. It's an inevitable problem to have and y'all should know this. I mean, you're in this industry. It's a numbers game. Okay, now membership starts to drop. And when I mean numbers game, it's not like you're going to drop from 100 members to 10 members. And if that happens, there's something wrong with your club. But, you got 100 members and you drop to 90. Okay, you lost 10 members. How many did you get that month? You keep building back up. It's a numbers game, and obviously you want to stay higher. You want to have a higher ratio of people that you sign up versus how much you lose each month. It's very simple. So when this problem occurs, you got people coming in, or your membership directors freaking out because they're saying, "Hey, I need more leads. I've got to have more members come in." And I think this is where a lot of clubs mess up right here too. Is a membership director, their job is to sell the membership. Okay, I'm not so sure their job is to go out and find people. Maybe that's more on the marketing end. Maybe there's a marketing staff, a little group of people that's within the club. But a membership director is the person to sell the membership. All right, that's how I see it. That's how just about every club that I've been a part of, that's how it works. Now, I have also been a part of clubs, and this is, I speak for myself as well. In the clubs that I've been in, it's not like that. And so they do fully expect the membership director to go out and market and get leads and figure out how to sell membership. If you are that person, I'm about to give you gold right here. Okay, so if you're that person there, I'm going to give you the trick, and you got to go and understand how to connect those two and start creating more leads from your Facebook and website. Okay, and obviously I can explain how that works because that's exactly what we do. When you're doing this, again, the problem is simple. The problem and the solution's simple. The problem is I'm losing members. I'm losing tennis members. How do I get more members? How do I get more members? I'm telling you guys now, forget TV, forget radio, forget all the, even the newspaper. Some people try catalogs. Look, it's easy to do those things because they feel comfortable. But you're pouring out so much money with so little return. And not only are you getting that little return, but there's no way you can really prove those results. And I used to have radio people tell me all the time, "Oh yeah, we're going to send it out and you're going to get you 80,000 listeners." And I'm like, that's a lot of listeners, but how many of those 80,000 listeners are going to hear that and then come to my club and say, "Hey, I heard your radio advertisement. I want to sign up for your club"? It rarely happens. So now you're dishing out, $2,000 for a prime spot in radio, and you get one member that even if they sign up and they're paying, $200 a month, $200 to $500 a month, it doesn't really do anything. And it doesn't, maybe over a year you can justify, oh yeah, well, it's paid for the advertisement. You're going to start losing money. And that example, that's just that's very, very simple. That means you can run that ad maybe one time and one time a year, and you got one person. So, look, so here's the stat I was talking to you about earlier. As I research more clubs and get involved with helping more clubs, 1 out of 100 clubs, okay? 1 out of 100 do this right, okay? 1 out of 100. This means that this is how we're going to do this. Let's say there's 1,000 clubs. There's 1,000 clubs in the United States, okay? Obviously, there's more than that, but we're going to keep the number simple. There's only 100 clubs doing this right. Do you have any idea what that means? That means that once you start learning how to do this, or you hire a firm, and it doesn't have to be us. Once you get the idea of how to do it and start generating mass leads for your club, you now are going to fall into there's no competition. You fall into this category where it's like, hey, you're going to start getting a lot of leads because no one else is doing it. No one else is doing it. Okay. And I'll be honest with you. I mean, it's I video conference a lot with different clubs, and I will show them, I will prove to them, okay, that they are not doing this. All right, and it's that simple. So if you really are interested in learning how to do this and you want to see it done, then I will show you how it's done, and it's that simple. Okay, I will show you different clubs' websites and point out this is where they mess up, and here's why. Once I start showing you those things, you're going to be like, oh my God, this makes so much more sense now. I cannot believe we weren't doing this. I will also show you like 30 other clubs, and then they're not doing it, and you're going to be like, oh my God, I need to do this now so that I can capitalize on generating mass leads. So again, if you're this membership director, you want leads so that you can maybe call these people and bring them in to sell. Okay. We, on our side, we typically do the marketing for you. We figure it out. We set up that custom campaign for you. We bring you those leads. It could be 50 leads. It could be 100 leads. It could be, the most I've ever done is about 500 leads in 1 month for a club. That's a lot of leads. And it was a higher end club. I mean, people were paying, $700 a month in membership. 500 leads in that. And they signed up with a lot of people. So, it is extremely important that you learn how this works. So, and again, I would love to show you, click for click on the mouse, on the screen, exactly what you can look for. And if you're in competition, so like, let's say you and there's 5 other tennis clubs around you, I can virtually guarantee you that those clubs aren't doing it. You need to be the first one to do it. And if you're not the first one to do it, you're going to lose. Those people that get on this first, they're the ones who are going to start riding this train up, okay? You get left behind, you're screwed, okay? It's extremely important, especially in the club industry. You're in the tennis industry, the tennis club industry, tennis academy. If you don't start doing this right now, this will eventually catch up. This is not going to be here for long at all. I give it, honestly, maybe 1.5 to 2 years, and then it's done. So it's taken me years to understand and master this, but now that I've got it, I started applying it to more clubs. I started applying it to my own programs, my own tennis academies, my own tennis shop, and it was like boom, instant. It was instant, okay? And my definition of instant is like I can get it set up within 24 to 48 hours. You'll start seeing results within a week, and that's to me that's instant, okay? You start putting more money towards this kind of marketing and advertisement, and this is something that when you see the results, you're going to be like, oh my God, I see the results, I see it, and it's in black and white. And that's something radio can't do for you, okay? That's something TV doesn't do for you. And that's certainly newspaper, I mean, unless you put a coupon in there. If somebody brings in the coupon, it's like, hey, I found this coupon in the newspaper. You've got to get with the times, okay? It's all online, okay? Learning how to connect your Facebook with your website is key. Okay, once that's done, then boom, I can guarantee you all those leads are going to start coming in. You've got to get on this now because again, if you don't, remember 1 out of 100, 1 out of 100 clubs. Okay, that's a huge stat. That's a huge ratio gap right now. 1.5 to 2 years. That now 1 is going to turn into like 75 out of 100. Okay, 75. So now the competition is going to grow, and you're going to get left behind if you're not on this, all right? And again, gosh, I could go on and on and on about this. So, guys, do me a favor. If you want to talk to me about this, I'd be more than happy to show you. I'll do a video conference with you. I will take you by the hand, and I will show you your competition. I will take you by the hand and show you what you need to do. And that's about as easy as it gets. So don't get left behind. Remember, 1 out of 100 clubs right now. It's still early. It's extremely early, and I will prove that ratio to you. I swear to you, if I do a video conference with you on my computer, I'll show you this ratio, and it's true. Okay, I want you to see this. I know you guys are gonna have questions. Who the hell are we? Who the hell am I? So I'm more than happy to answer that. My name is Jeff. I'm with TCMA. I am the founder and CEO of TCMA, and we are an online marketing agency and lead generation for clubs, just like you. So if you're watching this video, you're a membership director, you're a tennis director, or you're a GM of a club, and you have this problem, then call me. Call me, and I'd be more than happy to help out. And again, I do free consultations all the time, and I do video conferencing and screen sharing. I mean, I will show you exactly what you need to do. Remember, guys, 1 out of 100, don't get left behind. There's got to be some contact or some kind of link somewhere. I'm sure it's green. Click on that link. Just send me a form, okay? Fill out the form for me. That tells me that you're serious and you want to start learning how to do this, okay? So fill out the form. Let me know. I will call you. Let's set up a time, and we'll go from there. So thank you so much for listening to me ramble for however long this video is, and I will hopefully talk to you guys soon. Thanks a lot.